You've been grinding, hustling day in and day out, meetings stacking up, calls that run overtime, endless to-do lists that grow faster than you can cross things off. You feel busy, exhausted, but somehow the results you crave, they're nowhere to be found. It's like running on a treadmill that's speeding up but not getting you anywhere. This is the brutal truth. Motion does not equal momentum. The frantic pace, the never-ending activity, it's a trap. A trap that looks like progress, but is really just noise. It lulls you into a false sense of accomplishment, burns you out, and steals your focus. Before long, you're questioning yourself. Why am I so exhausted and still so far behind? The world is designed to keep you this way. It rewards busyness over breakthrough, volume over value. It's easier to check boxes than to create something real. Easy to be busy rather than effective. And this lie is everywhere, from the office to the startup grind, from the investors' boardrooms to the leadership seminars. But inside, you know there's a fire burning, a call that cannot be silenced. It aches because you were made for more, not just the endless spin cycle of tasks and distractions. The pain you feel, the frustration, the self-doubt, the chronic fatigue, they're not signs of failure, but signals screaming that your current path is broken. If only someone could hand you a map out of this chaos, something that cuts through the fog. Because that restless feeling, it's the universe pulling on your sleeve, begging you to wake up and ask the question nobody else wants to face. Are you mistaking motion for momentum? Momentum is a different beast. It's not the volume of work. It's not the number of appointments or calls or emails. Momentum is deep, focused progress that moves you forward, fast, undeniable, unstoppable. It's the force that carries you through setbacks, that turns tiny wins into seismic shifts. But here's the catch. Momentum is deliberate. It's not accidental. You can't create it by simply doing more or moving faster. Momentum requires ruthless clarity and unyielding discipline. It demands that you stop chasing activity for activity's sake and start chasing impact. How do you do that? First, recognize that everything you're doing, that endless busy, is a wager, a bet on the idea that this activity will lead to the breakthrough you crave. Most of the time, it won't. Most of the time, it's comfort hiding behind movement. Cutting through this requires a brutal honesty with yourself. Ask, which of these tasks actually push my mission forward? Which ones are simply filling time or quieting my anxiety? You have to become a hunter of your own distractions. Next, embrace the power of subtraction, not addition. Growth doesn't come from piling on more responsibilities or juggling more tasks. It comes from stripping away everything that's not essential. Imagine if you ruthlessly cut your to-do list in half or even more. What if the only things left on your list were those that directly fuel progress? What would that feel like? Lighter, clearer, sharper. This isn't wishful thinking. This is strategy. In fact, this is how the world's most successful founders and leaders operate. They don't measure success by how busy they are, but by how much clearer and faster they move toward their goals. And here's a truth rarely spoken. Most of your urgent work is not urgent at all. It's a distraction disguised as necessity. Be merciless in identifying these distractions. Cut them out. Today. But that's not all. Momentum isn't just about focus, it's also about alignment. Your work has to line up with your deepest mission, the reason you started this journey. If what you do every day is not lifting you toward your true north, it's motion without direction. And being directionless is the worst form of captivity. The world, and especially the systems around us, are built to numb that fire inside by offering illusions of freedom, Hustle culture, glorifying burnout, endless networking that leads nowhere, strategies copied because everyone is doing it. These are all sediment formed around your potential, trying to weigh you down. But you're not here to be ground down. You're here to break through. To do that, you must reject these illusions and listen for your own signal. What's the one thing that, if done with world-class intensity, would collapse 100 other problems? That's your true lever for momentum, and momentum thrives on patience. Yes, patience. Not the passive waiting kind, but the fierce, unwavering kind. The kind that knows lasting impact is a slow burn, not a firework. Momentum isn't a sprint. It's a marathon where every step forward compounds over time, gathering power quietly, invisibly, until one day it can't be stopped. So don't be tempted by quick wins or flashy distractions. Instead, honor the long game. Invest your energy where it counts. Build systems that support your sustainability, not burn you out. Find your people, those rare few who see and stoke your flame rather than dim it. Because momentum is social too. It accelerates when aligned with the right tribe. Not mass followers, but the few whose energy multiplies yours. The misunderstood, the relentless, the ones unwilling to settle for less. Imagine freeing yourself from the prison of busy work, from the suffocating pace that leaves you empty at the end of the day. Imagine waking up with a sharp sense of purpose, knowing every move you make propels you forward. It's not a dream. It's within reach, but only if you're willing to break the cycle, to question every assumption, to stop glorifying noise, to reconnect with what matters most. Because here's what the system won't tell you. You don't need to fix the world. You just need to fix your world by unleashing who you really are. When you do, the ripples you create won't just be motion. They'll be momentum that changes your life, your business, and the people around you. Momentum is the power of the liberated individual, moving beyond the crowded middle, beyond the rules that bind and dilute. It's the force that turns rare brilliance into unstoppable power. This is your call beyond comfort, beyond consensus. A call to burn bright, to bend nothing, to remake what's possible. Momentum is yours for the taking, but only if you let go of motion. Right now, make a choice. Will you keep running blind, filling days with frantic tasks that don't bring you closer? Or will you stop, breathe, and redefine what progress means for you? To focus, simplify, align, and play the long game with ruthless patience? Will you seek out the few who amplify your essence instead of the many who drown it out? This moment isn't just another checkpoint. It's your fork in the road. Momentum is the power no one else can take from you. The quiet, steady force that will carry you beyond every limit. Choose it. Own it. Become it. Because anything else, that's just motion. And motion will never set you free.